Hello there. This is going to be the last one. So, we asked of the three live streams. Basically, I'm live streaming and recording. This is all going to be sped up in the recording, also, it's going to be cut. I'm also going to do a little extra bit at the end. So, we're going to Yode game 6. It's the one I've been working on recently. Last time was April 21st. What's the date to go? The Sunday after. I have taken ages, but I have a goal. I'm going to reach 1857, which is when you get the next train, and it is quite a good train because, well, I played 6, which has every single train in it, and that will be very, very nice. And I think this will be the last part in the series. How's it? Yeah, we've done quite a lot. We've done this, but this is passenger line. Here. It is prepared to be double track, but it's single track currently. I can double track it if I want, but this is probably going to cut to the north and then cut south. This is north, this is south in my brain, even though it probably isn't actually. I have got one more bunch of stations. Yoa. Give me one cardinal direction. I might also connect Wilson to see with might as well might do it with a train. There is a station. Well, it's probably going to be easiest to cut through to you. So we're going to check how big is your base. 155, 109. You've just formed a really weird shape. Seem to also be closer. So what we're going to do. I don't know why I know it's going to be a free station. A double free station. That. The reason why it's unlikely that I'm going to need to continue its double tracking, but at the same time, there's not that much harm in double tracking it. Yeah, because I might end up. We might as well end up just connecting it all the way to Gloucester terminus. Who cares? You know what? We're just gonna pause it for a second. One has to go a bit slower. That, and then we've just connected like half of the main yard. This is insane. I've just done so much. We are actually just going to remove this main connection. Get a much better main connection. Why is it? Oh, yeah, CTV. Okay. You know what? I'm also gonna make this the main through road. Main through road. I'm gonna increase it, and then yeah. You know what? How much does it cost? No, we're not doing it yet. I have just gone through and upgraded. So we've paused it. gonna wait for one of the. Oh, you have just dropped a 2-9. I'm realistically gonna start with. And we might. Not sure. I don't reckon there's as much demand. Let me. This is connects a town with a base of 184, 125, and 179, 179, 155, 142. So you're way bigger. Those are both bigger than you, but way smaller than you. Yeah, I reckon it's about the same, but it's a similar distance. But you're obviously getting bread, so I'm not sure. You know what? We're gonna have it run a bus. What we're gonna start with this one. Uh, I really need to go through and rename the islands. That might be what I do after this, if I ever get on to doing it. Manchester Road. I just realised. I mean, there really isn't that many nearby stops, so it's probably good. This is now a really big transfer. That's the only thing. We're gonna start with a basic one here. I'm just gonna try and work out. No, we want it on this side, cutting in. Because currently, yeah. So we'll have maybe a one here. Here as well as here. Was it 2 and 5? We're gonna start with this. 44. Have you currently got any people going here? Yeah, I reckon Wells next to see is 1. I mean, 1 to go Wells next to see. It's not even that far. I've also majorly improved the roads, right? Did I? Or did I not? Oh, I've paused the date, by the way. I did want to get a train, but I'm so poor. I'm just going to have maybe 15 minutes. This is all doing fine. No one, but I reckon there's quite a lot. I didn't put any buses on these lines. Here. We put 3. I've done it wrong. 41. Which one's 41? Where's 41? Ah. Ironically, it all fits together. I meant to put these on 42. Oh, they should all cut through here. Oh, I've got 1.4 million. We can then go in 5. There we go. This is the standard passenger train that I want to be running on here until I replace it all with much better passenger locomotive. I know it's actually running Evan. What's 19 to 60? It might be a bit overkill. I reckon it will be a touch overkill. I am going to modify it to be going to be much more efficient. The only thing is it's going to be really weak, but I'm probably going to run a passenger. Yeah, it's probably fine. How many people are going all the way north to Gloucester? Here we are on a magic gun. I just realised, are you exploding in size? Yes. I now realise I think we're going to add 4th to both of these. Maybe even a 5th. Actually, an important check is where 43 is the more bought up one here. But they're both kind of clogged up. I just realised I've just added more buses before these have even got here. Something I am going to do is connect them. Trying to work out how to do this. Just the way it's built itself up is so strange. You can just have this right here. This is kind of a main road. It includes most of the town. There we go, yeah. And then just to check, you have a base of 155, you have a base of 142. So we're going to go through and buy 1, 2, 3, 4. 45. 46. Just to check, how much is one of these? 1.4 mil. So we are just going to go in and duplicate. Yes, we're going to be running 2 at a. So you have a rate of 63, you have a rate of 60, so very similar. But I personally think it's not going to be as bad because it doesn't have a labory on one side. Also, I still need to, kind of calm this all down. I personally think these trams need improvement. I know I don't get good trams even in the 1860s and 1870s. I mean, obviously that's with a much bigger network, but I'm playing with 6. I might do a show off of that. Might be a 3-year special, 3-year game or 2-year gaming special thing, just showing off all my other Transport Fever 2s. Wouldn't actually be a bad shot. I still need to come up with one. Gloucester seems to be doing good. I've connected a new main line in like one time. I do want to use extra money for the time, but we've just paused the date because basically I know I'm gonna get a new train in the next 6 months, and I don't want to have no money to replace it. And it's also a really good train, and it fixes like all the problems with speed on these ones and power. There's like no one. Anyone in Gloucester? Yeah, quite a lot of people in Gloucester. Where are they going? There's one. Yeah, yes. I don't know how to. Don't ask me. I don't know. Laidbury is one person. Anyone going here? Well, there's a lot of people. Probably because it's quite developed. 253. You're at 499, and you're at 427. You have a plus of 130, plus 180. Plus you have a base that's like 5 more. That's normally not going to affect it, but I think at a certain point the plus percentage won't actually affect as much as this. You are actually grown to be quite a big urban area. Well, you're supposed to be 533, but you're still nowhere near that. 63, 69. Where are you mostly going? Fair. We can probably go in. I mean, how many people are waiting there? 41. 40. Yeah, we might as well add another 2. Not enough money. Now we can go in and add 4. Where are these? Oh, these are these lines. So what's it? 3 is the internal bus service. 3 and 4 are. Do they get the entire city? Just about. Or you've just dropped off your boatload of tools. 114. You have a rate of 118. You have a rate of 151 and 150, so you don't even have to worry. There's 2 of these trains coming across. 2 of these really heavy trains. They're going to be slightly better. I'm going to wait until I have like 10 million to start playing again. And all the buses have arrived. Yeah, so if I look, 46s and 47 or 45s are a bit further down. All cutting through here. I guess you probably had a horrible emissions for a second, and you have as well. Yeah, poor. Realistically, I don't think it'll stay at poor. Because you'll mostly be fine. If I look at the emissions, weirdly, there's just 2 residential buildings there. And it is starting to encroach. I might end up moving the station up here, I'm not sure. God, this is just completely overage. This is probably going to be my thumbnail. I'm going to do a thumbnail when I get the new trains. These aren't even there. Oh, it's so annoying. This is so clogged up. 42 and 9. This only has a rate of 52 to be fair. What's the frequency? 10 minutes. You only have a frequency of over 13 minutes. I think you do have slightly higher power. So reasonably, this is probably 1.5 times the nth. Maybe 1.5. Yeah, probably about 1.5 because maybe like 1.5 times the thingy. The longer a distance is, realistically, yes, it's going to think it's going to count because you can floor it for a lot more. You don't have to accelerate. But at the same time, this has a bridge, so I'm not fully sure about this. It is a very, very gradual height. I wonder if they can floor it, of course. How much tractive effort does this train have? Doesn't say. Power's 100. Yeah, it has to slow down a bit though. That's the only thing. Over the bridge with bespoke cutting underneath. I think they must be synchronized roughly. I mean, these are every 8 minutes, so it's not too bad. 58 passengers. All very near there. What's that? I reckon there's quite a lot actually coming across. There's only 14. But I reckon it's getting better because now the Gloucester is getting served. What are you at? You're at 2. You've got a plus 20, plus 40 from there. And you've got plus 40 effective because of decreases here. I mean, your emissions are covered solely by public transport. Actually more from cargo, but I think eventually it'll be more public transport. You doing well? What's your base? 138. So a bit higher than you. I'm probably gonna have a train coming. Reasonably, I'm probably gonna have a train that cuts like from along here round your. Actually, there'll probably be. I might end up building a station about here and having it the main line cut down to you, and then cut to what's next to sea, and then there'll be final terminus at Whittam for one of those two trains, and then there'll be another one continue straight on to Wyndham and then to Bedworth. And there'll probably be a Bedworth to Whittam line. There's also going to probably be all these are going to end up being connected as well. I reckon. I mean, this is the terminus. This is just thing is, even if I wanted to turn it around, I'm going to have to bore through this, which I have done, but boring through a 170-meter hill on ground that's supposed to be about 30 is a bit insane. This is the highest up settlement, right? No, it's Bedworth. I remember it's Bedworth. Because Bedworth is on the summit of a really high uphill. About 50 meters up. Which doesn't feel very high up, but no, if you look at the contours, if I turn contours on, it is very slowly adapting. I don't seem to have any money. But yeah, this is probably the most glaring example of a hill. The 50 meters actually stretches all the way to here. The kind of concept of this really big hill. It stretches all the way to here. Which is not that far away from the city. But you're, really down. But then there are some hills, like this hill. I think, yeah, I did end up building a road to cut around it, but it's this road. And what happens is it goes straight through and then bores a tunnel through this sort of yellow bit that reaches about 140 meters and then runs parallel, then cuts under. So it doesn't actually have to cut underneath. And there's also this bypass that ends up bypassing. Originally, it was so spaghetti root that it just didn't like it. Oh, why am I using so much money? Which yarn? Which yarn is it? And is it... Oh, which yarn is it? Balance. This. Which boat's near? Okay, so you're right about there. What, you're... Huh? 180. 103. Somehow. You know what? I'm just going to up it by 1 because... Oh, it's because they're nowhere near synchronized. Ah. It's because they're nowhere near each other. You can just turn around. As well as you. I'm just trying to space them out a bit better. They're not spaced out very well. That's the first one dropped off, right? Yeah. How much do you give me every time you drop off? 1.18 million. I should probably up the frequency as well. 94. Also, they shouldn't even swing it that much because they're barely that much. And now what's it? 38. Why? Have you just taken... No, you have a really profitable year and then you don't. I think they're just not synchronized enough. They should try and space each other out. You're on the returning egg. Except there's one that isn't. One that's about to drop off. How are you doing when it comes to bread? I bet you the city... Oh, no, the city isn't varying too much. I mean, obviously, because I just double-checked the destination number. Are you doing fine? Yeah, reasonably. My goal is to probably, like... What do I want to do next? I'm also planning next episode. So 6, what do I want to do? Reasonably, I want to progress. Connect Wells next to sea. But I also need to... Well, you've got your main cargoes. Now, you have your main cargoes. So what's the third biggest town on the network? Third biggest town. You. And you have a cargo, and I can't be bothered to do fuels. You. Actually, what's the next biggest base? Why are you so good? Oh, you have bread deal, don't you? Oh, I did actually end up connecting you to public transport. This is gonna be... Nope. The way we're gonna prevent this is here. There we go. I just realised there's a road one right there. Maybe I could connect you by bus. No, probably not. How's that? Because now the emissions... It's only X60 for your CVs. realistically, I don't actually need to. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna connect it here. Delete that. And just. Oh, this is super high up. I didn't even notice. Contours. Who cares? Well, you're one of them. It's not necessary for them to be so near the towns. For you, maybe it's a bit more necessary because it probably isn't though, because you have 20% emissions. Who cares? What was your 10% addition? Oh, that. Is your emissions dropping? Poor. Current. Well, yeah, current. They're probably more accurate. 64. How many? Wait here. 2. I reckon 1 bus will probably be enough. I mean, most of these have only got like 59. And then if I go average, it's going to start to decline, right? Yeah. 3 million. Is there another boat nearby? No, not vaguely near. Dude, there's one past. Oh, it doesn't have any. I'm gonna stop it for a second. How much has this got? 40. You're also gonna be. I'm also just gonna go in here. Stop. There. It's already stopped. Here. Stop. Here. Stop. Here. Stop. Here. Stop. Here. Stop. Here. Stop. And then we'll. There we go. We're just gonna wait until this has a bit more cargo in it. For a. Ooh, these are brand new, I just noticed. There's so much more, it should get a bit better. And then we'll unpause this one, then we'll maybe a minute after this hits 70. Bit over 70 actually. There's so many. We'll wait until it hits 80. You know what? Now we can unpause this. And I only want to unpause it in about. It's after. It's going to take so much. That's very faithful. What's the actual frequency? About 13 seconds. The thing is, average about 63. Good. This has shot the population. So what's that at now? It's supposed to be 79. Why is there so many people waiting? It's 4. Is it still 4? Yeah, and it shouldn't be too much more. I'm kind of thinking a train would probably be more useful. Well, okay, it is overkill to be fair. I am going to be using a tiny bit of money for maintenance. Oh, you need to be unstopped. And guess what? I'm also going to unstop this one. And this one I'm going to do next. Wait until it's past this bridge, and then I'll stop. I'm attempting to distribute it. How much do all these cost to maintain? About 900k. That 1 year they earned 7 million. Not that bad. And then I'm going to unpause this one when that one gets to the bridge. Is that at full speed? It is now. It's not like a worry that I'm going to run out yet. Now it's just me being able to tune distance until... They're going to pass right underneath the bridge. Or not. They're going to pass just here. There we go. And now we can unpause this. I'm probably going to do it when these two pass. Will significantly space them out. Maybe a bit after it's past this rock. That way. There we go. Maybe when these two pass, maybe. Generally okay distribution. They should sum themselves up. It's gonna be when this one passes this rock. That way. And it's gonna be when these two. Well, it's gonna be when it passes this rock. I have attempted to space them out. I don't know if they're well spaced. I don't think they are majorly, but I'm attempting to and failing. What was it? This rock. Yeah. The boat is not too far. I don't know where. I think even the fastest boats can only do 31, which means this will always be extremely boringly slow. Oh, it's nearly there. Nope. And guess what? I'm just gonna wait for that one. I'm gonna wait for this one to pass under this bridge. Slowly. And a bit. This rock. I just want to give it a touch more space. And this one, I'm going to wait for these two to pass. Well, as you know, I'm going to wait for this one to get to this rock. This one. The other boat should go underneath. Over, I mean. I'm surprised they... I mean, theoretically, if they're going back close to each other, they probably would destabilize each other. What's the rate? 70. Are there any other seasides? You could have a boat port. You could. Okay, how high is this up? Not. It is high up, but it's nothing. These are hills, but they're nothing. Oh, there's also the great Downham Hill. The Downham Hill or Downham Hills, the Downham Ridge. I'm just gonna call it the Downham Ridge because it's near Downham Market, but not the actual one. This one. Where is it? The really big one's here. The really big one, which means that this road has to do this and cut straight through a mountain. Because realistically, do you think I was going to go round? Because if I was going to go round at about 50 meters, even if I was just going to cut, I was going to have had to have cut all the way like along here. And then all the way round here. Well, I actually did cut all this off. You could obviously just go straight through the mountain, but that's also a horrible idea because that costs millions. I think I'm probably gonna wait for this next one to deliver. Or maybe not. The next something. Oh, you've just delivered. Is there that many count? Is there anything cutting across through here? No. About on missions, actually. Yeah. Oh, the problem is these two houses, I think, are slowly dragging it down. Do you need more houses or industry or what? They're basically all the same. For bread. You know what? I'm gonna do two things. First of all, I'm gonna go and double this. These are gonna be the just set up expansions. And I'm also gonna double that. So that now has a rate of 11, this now has a rate of 34. Oh, these are gonna cut through here. What's their rate at? 201. These can go up to 400 right there. I realistically think there's probably not that much more need. I mean, what's the brick demand? Up to about 121. I mean, this has 39. Is it 40? Nah. It's an annoyingly off number. Can you grow? Have you grown? I think I'm tempted to maybe run a... no. We're just gonna wait for money for boats and stuff. So this is steaming along at fast. Oh, I reckon that's... Oh no, it was you. I'm still gonna wait for all my finances to earn significantly, which Shine is really struggling when it comes to finances. You. Is it just now? No, it's generally. I think you've just like grown to meet all your needs. This line is now not dodgy. This. It seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm actually trying to improve it so it doesn't have such a weird number, and you're definitely fine. I think those are fine, they're just a bit weird. This... This is because of all the stopping and starting. You've still got some... Did I set it so you have to wait? I did. That's a stupid idea. Because if in doubt, there will be more than I need. How much do you ever need? Okay. We are going to up this up to 15, 49, and these are 84. I just need to fix this. 49. It does also drop off. Not too bad. If I were to duplicate some boats, and it was to go that direction, it would be different. We are going to make it 1/4 again. I really need to stop. Because I'm also going to pull an outro. I've still got plenty of time. I don't need to run. This. And more mine. What would we even ship that from? What would you even ship that from? I don't know. Now we'll leave it. 30. What's the race? 34.11. We've upped slightly. I'm attempting to improve it. How are you doing? About stagnant, but you're doing. These towns are doing reasonably okay. Yeah. I didn't even see that. Battery. Oh. Gotta be really quick though, because it says that it's normally really August. Why am I using so much money? At that time, I think, is when I stopped the boats. What was this was because I bought a bunch of boats. Okay, and another thing is you also probably don't have an amazing station. I don't really want to up it though because that's just going to up emissions. I think I have generally. This is also the last live stream of the episode. 3 hours ish. I'm probably going to speed it up to like 15%. I also need to finish here. Corp episode 4 editing. Whilst like to see who's doing fine. Oh, you're doing fine, right? Well, I think the last episode was this, and then the second the dates last place was about 400. And now it's at about 440. You were when the date stopped by 18. So you're about I reckon it was here when it exploded. That was probably this episode, I reckon. Oh, it's dropping. Why? What have I done? Like, genuinely, what have I done? There's just not enough bricks. Oh, no. So next episode, this is a general plan. I'm gonna connect this to here. I've already done that, but by train because that's really, really underwhelming. I need to make that train to make it work. 447 496. I need to make this a train. There's no way this is what it is currently, because I have 65 trucks and it's only got a rate of 78. That will cost a fortune to replace if I ever do. Actually, how many trains do I have? Trains. These are gonna need probably blatant placing, except I might not. These singles are gonna be fine. These are gonna be fine. Plus, I reckon this isn't gonna need improving. It's probably we can probably cut a car off. I'm not sure. Oh, I've just lost a bunch of money. We've got a boat. I might just stop this for. I'm gonna stop the boat behind it. And then we're going to stop this boat for a second. 1, 2. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't see nothing, bro. Honestly, I might cut a car off if we're going to be improving speed. 7 million, I'm doing fine. You know what, we're going to replace all the other ones first, so I have an idea. The only problem is these are definitely going to need. I'm probably going to have, to be fair, they do look really ugly as they are, so I'll probably be able to improve them. I am going to replace them, by the way, because if not, it's going to stack really weirdly. Unless you can flip the locomotive, which I don't know if, I think you can, but I never do. Is that just a boat? That is just a boat, to your right. Is your population? Yeah, it's been stable. How have you been doing? Good. That's just this episode. The live stream, I mean. 8 million. I'm doing fine for monies. Is that another boat? Do you right now? Next boat is. Why is there 2 boats that are next to each other? And why have you got 70? Flip. I never told you to do that. Anyways, is there any other trains you've just delivered, but I didn't actually see the financial benefit? Who's about to deliver? Here we go. Now this is what I was looking for. The first new vehicle of this series. It's this one. So we're gonna start with this. I need to work out how powerful is this compared to this. So I know it's 3,000 yes. Generally, I think I'm probably gonna. You know here. So how much is it gonna cost if I just go like this? 900,000. So what is it currently? Poor. If I just do this, this is mediocre. I reckon if it goes up in power rating, I will, wait till we replace it. Now these I'm going to replace, because there's 2 of them. So what's the power rating right now? Mediocre. I reckon. What's the chance? Okay, so 140. We're gonna wait, and we'll do some other ones like this one. We're actually going to remove one, so if I'm just going to yuck, that's actually going to, but with that, it's only going to cost a bit more. What's this? 210. So, mediocre. Is it still going to be mediocre? Yeah, it's actually a bit more. So, basically, what happens is we cut 6,000 kilos off. We cut 6,000 kilos off. We up the speed. The thing is, we also up the tractive effort by 4, and we also up the power majorly. The tractive effort's the only dodgy bit in these trains, because they don't really have, that one's what I've already done. And these, I reckon, these are going to be improved. I reckon there's yes tractive effort, there is, but the weight is not as much, it's not that significant, and the power input is so significant. So, and then what we're going to wait for is a bit of money to replace them, and then I'll be done. Just they're going to take a fortune. Or is it like 60 odd? 64. Thing is, these can now go way quicker. We might also go in, because I reckon it'd be probably more practical if we cut these down to 2 car sets. Or 4 car sets. Yeah, neither of those are at 56. I reckon these are going to be much better. Just like how this is 4 car. 4 car, I think, is going to be more reasonable. 5 mil. Is there a boat nearby? There's 2. I think after that, I'll probably be able to afford them. I mean, they each give me about $1 million, so I'm not sure. I might. Nah, I can't bother. Is there one of these trains going to deliver? Oh, actually, just check. The Odin one of these. They're only at 34. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go in here. And what's this cut the rate to? 130. You have a need about 121. Yeah, this is much more reasonable. How much do these give me just to check? Haven't done it in ages. 1, 2. There's a problem there. I still haven't got enough money. There'll also be this though. The 3 car sets. These are, the thing is, these are now also a bit quicker. They've added another 5 kilometers an hour onto them. Something like this is gonna decently add. We haven't gained that much, but we're also gonna gain a decent 82k, and that's the first boat. I reckon, yeah. Oh no, I'm under 5. Oh no. But I need 2 million more. This is gonna carry 1 million. I need another million. How much does this give me per delivery? Like 600k? 7 million. I'm gonna have to wait for a bit. It is poor still. That's the only thing. Yeah, I think it's because the power is over double, but the weight is like it's the item. That's the main thing. There we go. That's a big boost. Passenger trains. You're pulling near. Thing is, these are both gonna pull in, so these are both gonna give me. Because you give me, I don't know, like a decent bit of money. The other one's gonna pull in, I think, just before or just after. 300,000, and I reckon the other one should have pulled in either now or just now. Now you're not too far away, and I don't know how much she's given. 26. That's iffy. I think the main problem is this one was nowhere near. I think this is going to end up being about the right thing. What's the rate? 127. You need 121, so it should be about stable. Where's the... Oh, you're the only nearby one, and you don't give me that much. You only give me like 1 million. Why am I not getting more money? Am I going to have to wait for this? 7 million. Problem is it keeps dropping. That's giving me a big boost. So even if it cuts down by like 100,000. We're going to replace these with 2 of these, pulling these 200. No. 40, 80, 80. Also, by the way, these have what's the 321. So if I replace 2 of these, 190, 400, 380. Mediocre. Mediocre. This is insane. Oh, I have 3 million spare. My maths was off. I think I got the maths off a bit. I was fine. Have I got any debts? No. Now, what I want to do is have this pull into the station. There we go. Nice. There we go. There's the thumbnail. How's that look? You can see all the games I've played recently. Yeah, it shows you guys. That's gonna be a nice thumbnail. Oh, this is epic. I know it's like the most basic feature ever, but this needs a buff, doesn't it? I'm gonna go in and make these all 4 sets. The only thing is this is involving making these the same size, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I am actually gonna do the outro in a separate thing, like the video outro. But I guess it's how long have I been live? This was planning to be a real short one, but it's not ended up being that. I've ended up getting quite a lot done. Anyways, subscribe if you want to see more content, or you could just visit the channel page. Like the stream if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think other people enjoy it. Thanks.